Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present the 2006 Walter Camp Football Foundation Man of the Year Award to Mike Utley.
Thank you. Well, I sure appreciate that. I know you didn't clap that well for me when I was playing, but thank you anyway. But before I get started, I want to make sure that I got a little note here to make sure I thank the Walter Camp Foundation and for everything they do, because this is, to put it in layman's terms, this is the cat's meow. So, and all the other sponsors that come in to make this dinner and everything else during the year that you guys do for them, this is big time. I want to also say thank you to that. And the people that come in and support these young guys, their family members, because you know what? It takes a team to raise one player to this level. I'm not talking the team of your peers that you play with, but the family, the home, the friends, because what happens is sometimes people can lay astray, and it's good role models and sponsors like you guys. It really makes a big, big difference. And the last thing, it says, I need to say thank you to my lovely wife, the best I could ever do, and I married up the evolution chain. Somebody wrote that in there. But it comes down to it, as when I was asked to, if I would accept, the award, and I said, absolutely. You know what this does? It really shows that for 15 years after I got hurt, that I have been trying to do the right thing. Sometimes the right thing is easy. Sometimes the right thing is hard. But the one thing I can do every night before I go to bed, I can look into myself in the mirror and say, you know what? I did my best. That's what I want every single one of these guys to take from this, is be able to look yourself in the eye and say, you know what, I gave 100%. The bottom line is the only person you can ever, lie to is yourself. You can lie to everybody else, but you can never lie to yourself. And that comes with, this award with integrity. Walter Camp had it way back, and he allowed me to play the great game that I call my favorite. The integrity is always made when nobody's watching. When it's easy, when a coach is yelling at you, you're getting squawked at by the wife, it's easy to do the right thing. But as soon as the lights are off and nobody's watching anymore, are you still going to give that 100% as the coach was yelling at you, knowing that this might be your last chance, this might be your last play? Because what you give, you'll grow. And that's what I want these guys to take away from this. Give 100% of yourself. And then everything else will come together, because you will ultimately be accountable to yourself, to your friends, to your family. Because you guys, when you travel around this country, and God willing, all you make it to the pros when it's your turn, and you do well. But the accountability that you have to look at is that you represent your family, your friends, and who you are actually as an individual, who you are by when you leave. So remember that, guys. It's your choices to make the decisions for your future. Because 18 years ago, I sat in a position almost like this, because Walter Camp Football Foundation didn't pick me in 1988. I'm over it now, but thank you. It was a privilege. And the last one word that I will have for these guys, and what Walter Camp has stood for, that is called a legacy. He was relevant back then as he is today. He created a legacy for himself, but what he did back then when nobody was watching. The integrity he built, the accountability he accepted, and the hard work, and with the board, kept it going. It's a legacy. Gentlemen, you're going to have a legacy behind you. But the one thing you're going to have in front of you that to me is very, very important is your reputation. Your reputation is going to precede you in everything you do. As these CEOs of these companies, Walter Camp Foundation presidents, it's going to show who you are. Just make sure that reputation is earned. It's done with integrity, accountability, and one thing else. God bless and good luck to every single one of you. And thank you so much, you guys.